Hi, Joe.
Hi, Patrick.
Hey, guess what?
What?
It's a fucking Monday night here. It's cold. Um,
Monday Night Ice Show?
ooh, it used to be fun. I'm
Of
sitting
course it
here,
was.
I'm thinking about some stuff. You and I were talking before the episode a little bit, and I think there's a pretty good conversation that we should have. But unfortunately, I don't think I could do it sober. So, hey, buddy, safety meeting.
Cheers.
So, let me just get this shit off my chest real quick before we continue into our usual shenanigans and our facts and all these things. So here's something we need to think about, folks. Now we all know that we live in a time currently where we're constantly at war with each other over information. Whether some information is valid, whether some information is false, and it constantly creates this tension between people. And like when I look through my social media feed and I look at all these different things, you'll see what looks like a bait article. And what I mean by a bait article is they put it up and they know it sounds controversial by the headline, and the whole purpose of it is to get thousands of people to interact and yell at each other and call each other stupid.
You call
So
it clickbait.
right, I like to take it to the next thing. I'd like to call it a stupid bait. I'll call it stupid bait because it attracts all the real stupid people, and they're not afraid to show it because they get on there and they comment and they plagiarize each other, and everybody has an answer, but at the same time, nobody has an answer because we're all fed in the same fucking bullshit. So my question is, do you think it's really causing division, or do you really think it's just making people stupid?
Both.
I think it's just intentionally making people stupid because we are in the process of a fucking dumbing down that we've never seen before.
I think they
Why?
play.
Because
I
of
think they go hand in
technology.
hand.
But I think it's because of technology.
I think they go hand in hand, brother. I think the perfect way to create mass division is to create massively stupid people,
And
right?
there
Like,
is a lot of them.
because there's psychologists that'll tell you anger roots from ignorance, right? Think about it. When you get mad at somebody, you can't believe why they would do that, why they would say that, you know, how they could be so emotionless, whatever the reason is. The reason why you're mad at them is because you don't understand something. Your ignorance is what brings you to anger. And when you have racism or other types of division, that's what it comes from. It comes from a sense of anger. Well, you need to be stupid to be angry. Psychology's proven that.
Right. Now, no. When I say this, and this is to our viewers at home and listening, is look, guys. We never proclaim to come on here and pretend like we know all the answers because we don't.
Oh,
I don't know everything. You know, um, I never proclaim to know everything. But what I do know, and I know is right, I make sure to convey my opinion about it because I know it's right. However, if I don't know, well, you're never going to see me talk about it because why would I talk about something and act like I know what I'm talking about when I have no fucking clue? That's ignorance, and that is the problem. That's a lot of the problem. There's too much stupidity because everybody knows everything, but yet the problem still exists. So if you know everything, you know how to fix everything, then use that intelligence and fix it. If you don't, then I'm sorry, but shut the fuck up and fall in line because you're not coming up with the solution. You're creating more of a problem. And it's
specific.
frustrating. It's frustrating, Joe. It's frustrating to see because I want to see something positive in the future. I want to see progression moving forward, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. unless people like us or the people like millions of others around the world that are doing their own podcasts, they're getting out their idea of what may be happening in the world as a suggestion. We're not telling you that you have to believe us. We're not telling you that you have to fucking take our word as gold. We're telling you these things because we want to bring it to your attention. You need to look up the research. You need to figure this shit out on your own and form your own conclusion. If you're unable to do any of those things, then stop arguing people about shit you don't know. Period. You know what I
Patrick,
mean?
Patrick,
That's how I feel.
Patrick,
Joseph,
do you need a hug?
I need a safety meeting. Oh, yeah, we're already doing that. Hey, what's up, YouTube? Thanks for everybody for stopping by. We had a quick little 5-minute rant. I'm glad you're all here. We missed you all.
Would you
It's a nice cold evening. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Share with your friends. Get the word out. We want to make sure everybody's feeling safe. Hashtag
want to
feeling
play a
safe
game?
yet? Let's play
Want
a
to play?
game, Joe. What do you
Want
got? I
want to
fucking
play a
love
game?
games. Hell yeah.
So
What do you got?
so there's this website I came across. It's called Thought Catalog, and they did an article back in May of 2015. So this is an old article. So these aren't current things, but it's still fun. And they are the 30 dumbest questions ever asked online. So
Ooh,
I'm not going to read all of them. I'm
count me
just gonna
in.
I'm just gonna go through, but I think that it would be fun if we went through and we answered some of these questions.
Go
You
ahead.
know,
Lay it
I
on me.
I just think a lot of these are hilarious. That some of you really needed to first off ask this question, let alone Google search it. So first question: should I tell my parents I'm adopted?
What? Wait, no, for real? Is that the question?
That is the question, my man. Should I tell my parents that I'm adopted? See, personally,
Oh,
I feel like you don't understand how adoption works. Like your parents just don't wake up one day and say, "Hey, we got this random adopted baby. Where'd this baby come from? I don't know, but we're just gonna take care of it."
okay. Should you tell your parents that you're adopted? Well, if by chance you were hiding in your room like a hermit and you're checking out ancestry.com and you started going down the line and you realize that everybody that's allegedly on your family tree don't look like you, then maybe you should take it into question. And at that point, you need to ask your parents, parents, am I adopted or are you adopted? Did I adopt you or did you adopt me? Because either way, this isn't working for me. I need to know. I have questions. Why is it that I have brown hair, blue eyes, and the rest of you are Hispanic? Like, how does that work?
But the way this question is phrased, you already know that you're adopted, and you want to let your parents know so that they know.
Mom, Dad, let's have a talk. Here's the thing, okay? And I'm sorry, but there's no other way to say it. Guys, I'm adopted.
What?
I know it's hard to figure out.
I thought you were Jesus.
I'm pretty sure I was hatched from an egg, because I don't look like either of you two. And based off of that alone, I think I'm adopted. So I'm sorry to break it to you, but I'm going to go find my real family now. Insert tinfoil hat.
All right. So question number two, which I think question number two is a double you're an idiot, because not only did they search this, but I think they meant to search something completely different. Do midgets have night vision?
Yes.
Now, no, people, the regular fucking humans, all right, they just happen to have, you know, a disease or whatever it is that makes them smaller. But I think that they meant to say, do leprechauns have night vision? And they couldn't figure out how to spell leprechauns.
You know, okay, but wait a minute though. what if midgets do have night vision? What if, here's just a hypothetical, okay? What if years ago, right, there was some sort of military spec ops mission, okay? And it was a bunch of average people on the mission that were all 6 foot, right? And when they got to where they needed to do, it was strictly a reconnaissance mission. It was just there to gather intel, and they're having a problem with the fact that they were all 6 foot tall, but the fucking the fence was like 6'5", and nobody could see over it. So they went back home. They're like, listen, we need some fucking midgets because we just need like a whole another 2 foot so that we can get better reconnaissance. Now, I don't think the shit I'm telling you is plausible.
I
I
kind of
can't
feel like
even make nothing up on that.
I
I'll be
kind of
honest
feel
with
like
you.
that whole story just came out of the fact that you have a fear of small people.
I definitely wouldn't want them sitting on my shoulders
So, oh man.
with fucking night vision. Are you kidding me? That is a deadly combo.
So really, what you think is that the Anunnaki created midgets to cave out their tunnels, because not only are they small enough to get through the holes to get all the important shit like gold and diamonds and all like that, but they gave them night vision so that they could see without lights.
Right,
Because
so they could do it at dark.
because yeah, back in them days they didn't have flashlights; they had torches, and torches burn off extra oxygen. And plus, you got natural gases down there and all like that. You don't want to boom.
All right, so I'm going to go with no. Final answer.
Yeah, me too. I'm just going off with it, but yeah.
I can't believe
So
people actually ask that, though. I mean, congratulations on them. I hope they can wear Velcro shoes.
so if I eat myself, do I get twice as big or completely disappear? See, this person, I don't know if they are a fucking genius or if they're just a complete moron. Complete moron. Because how are you going to get twice as big if you eat yourself? First off, I'm pretty sure that you're not going to be able to eat yourself. Like, I'm pretty sure, you can hack off a limb, cook it up, eat it. But after so many limbs, you can't hack off anymore. And if your body has a natural lock in its brain, mechanism in its brain to stop you from biting off your tongue, I don't think it's going to let you bite off your finger.
I don't even know where to begin to answer that. I mean, in a way, right? If you want to bulk up and be twice your size, the perfect way is to consume something that's similar to you, right? High in protein, high in fat, high in carbohydrates.
Yeah,
You got the same blood type, so that's going to help.
all right,
Um,
but see, when you
but
go
yeah,
fasting,
you're just gonna run out of real estate after a while.
and you think about it like this, when you go fasting, all you're doing is your body eats itself to survive. That's why you retain fat. It's just so that when you go without food, your body has this natural source saying, well, I can still live for 30, 60 days, however fat you are. So, you're just going to disappear. Final answer for myself. Disappear.
Yeah, there's nothing beneficial of eating yourself. But if you're able to, God bless you. What else you got?
Does it take 18 months for twins to be born or just 9? I mean, she does got to create, 2 things now. If I got to cook 2 turkeys, it's going to take me twice as long in the oven to cook 2 turkeys. Just a fact. It's how the heat works out.
No,
No,
no, nah.
good,
Mm,
because I'm pretty sure by that math, the octomom should still be pregnant.
Oh my God, that poor lady. Them babies be walking out of her
You know,
vagina.
I heard that she did that as a publicity stunt. Like she went into one of those facilities and got jacked up with a bunch of semen just so that she could get and took like a bunch of fertility medicine just so that she could have a bunch of babies at once. I don't know how true it is, but I heard it before.
People agree to do anything just about to get on television. All they want is them 15
Fuck
seconds
yeah.
of fame.
Yeah, people will do that.
So yeah, I mean, I believe it. I mean, they have fucking television shows about out there about polygamy. They got television shows out there, how to survive in the woods naked. So I'm pretty sure, you
Since
know,
we're going to talk about polygamy, just going to throw that out there. Uh, why is that such a bad thing? Because we are big in this on this podcast about talking about the Bible. You show me where in the Bible it says polygamy is wrong. The only really thing it really says anything about like that, it just tells you that I shouldn't sleep with your wife.
but I mean, okay, now it may not be or it may be immoral, but um,
But is it though?
think about how hard it is to maintain the current wife or girlfriend that you have. I couldn't imagine wanting to do that two, three, four, five
Hold
times
on,
over.
hold
Fucking
on.
hey, man,
Maybe
I'd lose my brain.
maybe it's only hard because we have a friction of there's multiple responsibilities and we feel like the job isn't broken up evenly. So if you have multiple people to share those multiple responsibilities, everyone's doing less, thus leading and everyone having more free time and being happier.
Hmm.
And the
Yeah, I
overall
stand by my previous statement.
goal for the humans to be here is just to reproduce and leave the world better for what we started out on. So maybe God wanted us to be polygamous. That's why we're not like penguins.
But what? Okay, but then he says, "Thou shalt not commit adultery."
Yeah, which means I don't sleep with your wife.
Okay, but if you got multiple wives, essentially you're cheating on one wife to sleep with another
Nope.
wife.
No, because they're all your wife.
How can five people be one entity?
Because no, they're not one entity. They're just one job title.
Yeah, but but if you're saying that all five
When you go
wives
to
are essentially one wife,
hold on. When you go to McDonald's, is there not more than one manager?
I never see a manager at McDonald's.
But you're not getting my point. There's only one manager in the entire McDonald's?
No, there's multiple. But that's a business standpoint. Marriage isn't
No.
a business; it's a
Why is it
lifetime arrangement.
why is it not a business?
Because it's not a business
Do you
transaction; it's a commitment.
hold on? Is it not? Do you not get a write off on your taxes? Do you not have to go to the courthouse and both of you sign off legal paperwork to the fact where if the business arrangement breaks up, you have to split everything 50-50 and allocate all the funds?
That's only if you do a prenuptial agreement.
Bro, if you and your wife were to get divorced right now, you'd have to split everything. Be honest with you,
I,
you might be even more fucked because you don't have a prenuptial agreement. She can just take you for everything.
well, how do you have half of nothing?
Hey, that's not what we're talking about here. You didn't have to tell everybody you got nothing. They all could have been sitting out here thinking, oh, he's got at least, $50,000-$60,000 in the bank. You're a white guy. Come on, bro.
Nah,
I'm sorry, people.
no, it's just better to not really talk about your your moves. People don't need to know your moves because when you talk about them, they never happen. That's why they're called your moves.
So I swallowed an ice cube and I haven't pooped it out yet.
Oh my God, you should drink some hot water. Just not like super hot. We're talking just past lukewarm, and it'll
Like,
help.
did they think that it was like a quarter and it was gonna come out in the poop?
Maybe,
Like,
maybe not.
I really like this one. How am I sure I'm the real mom of my kid?
That's an actual question.
Actual question. Bitch, weren't you pregnant for 9 months? Did you have a coma? Did you forget the part where you pushed him out and probably the most painful thing you've ever gone through?
Perhaps. Wow. That's pretty dumb, though. That's a dumb question. People actually ask that question. That's amazing.
I mean, I guess maybe it's not such a dumb question if you feel like you were at one of those hospitals to where the nurses were on some funny shit and you think that you got switched up with another person's kid. Has happened.
It has happened. Yep.
I'm just
Yeah, I don't
saying.
know. I'm just saying to that lady, good luck. Godspeed.
What the fuck is Obama's last name? Does anybody know? I feel like Trump is the one that Googled this. I know you're a Trump supporter, but
What's
really
I
feel
just
like Trump
gotta
is
know
the one
what's
that did this.
what's Obama's last name?
I don't do a very good Trump impression.
I know, me neither. But I really feel like Trump is the one that Googled this.
He could have. I want to know what's Obama's last name? Obama. Yeah, that's what I'm asking. No, what's his last name? I don't know. That's why I'm Googling it. You need to tell me. Really, dude? Yeah, I really need to know. What's Obama's last name? You're a fucking moron. But to find out, make sure to.
How far of a drive is it from Miami to Florida?
It's pretty far, man.
I'm saying, man, that's a far drive right there, bro. I don't think you can make that.
Like, okay. Yeah, I don't know. It takes a long time. I used to live in Florida. And one time I was like, hey, I bet you it'll only take me a good 4 or 5 hours to go from Orlando to Miami. Boy, was I wrong. 4 or 5 hours just to get out of the fucking county, maybe. That shit ended up taking 11 hours to get there. People don't realize, man, Florida's massive. So, how long would it take to actually go from Florida to Miami? I'm going to say at least 12 hours
See,
minimum.
here's the problem. Here's the problem. You are the idiot that everyone is talking about. It's the same goddamn place. Listen, I understand Miami is different. It's like a whole new world,
It is a different world there
but it's still in Florida,
at the tip, right at
right
the
at the
tip.
right at the tip.
Mm-hmm.
Best part. She starts nibbling on it.
Just dumping into the ocean.
Is African a religion?
Yes. Next question. What is African a religion?
Are
Is
chickens
that
considered animals
wait?
or birds?
But you did say that, right?
Yes, is African a religion?
Is it, Joe?
No, it's not a fucking religion.
Oh, hmm. Damn, Yahoo fooled me again.
Damn yeah. Oh, which reminds me. Man sits down at his computer, opens Yahoo Answers. Ask Yahoo Answers. How do I ask a question on Yahoo Answers?
I wish you could make this shit up.
Yeah.
Mm.
Sorry, people. So,
I guess What? So I got a stupid question though.
Go for it.
It may come off as offensive, but it's one I've always honestly had.
I just
Why do
asked
you
you if
see?
Africans religion.
Yeah, I know. So why are there handicap parking spots at roller skating rinks? It's a good question. Is it because we live in the fucking pussy generation and everybody needs to be included?
No, because everybody gets those. Just because let's say you have an autistic person that you drive around all the time. You can go get one because you take care of a handicapped person. Now, that autistic person can still go to the roller rink, Patrick.
Dude, I know. I thought we were just asking stupid questions, so I asked one.
And I had to give you an answer to a stupid question. That's the
Yeah.
rule of the game we've been playing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, because just because somebody has a handicap parking sticker in their window doesn't necessarily mean that the driver of the vehicle is in a wheelchair.
Are chickens considered animals or birds?
Yes.
Pressure is on, people.
The answer is yes. They're delicious.
They're very delicious.
It doesn't matter what category you put them under. They're delicious. I like me some chicken.
Birds are animals, people. Just for the people out there that are sitting home, like you guys didn't answer it. Which one are they? They're birds.
Yeah,
Same
what
thing.
are they then?
Same thing.
It's the same thing.
Is it possible for tattoos to get passed on genetically from parent to child?
Really? I
Yep.
never thought about that. Man, I would hate for my daughter to have a cross tattoo. That's the
No,
silliest. Really? Maybe this
you're
is the same person who asked if they should ask their parents if they're, or they should let their parents know that they're adopted. Like, listen, Mom, you don't have the same tattoo as I do, so that tells me that we're not related at all. So here's the deal. I'm from somebody else. I don't know who the fuck you are. I'm out.
now. Every time I've read this list to a couple people, and this one always gets a laugh. If I shave my golden retriever like a lion, will he get more respect from other dogs?
Definitely. Yeah. They'll know who the fuck Mufasa is.
I don't think that's how it works, man, because I don't think poodles are out here getting very much respect.
Poodles are. I don't. I don't understand the purpose of little dogs, personally.
Not all poodles are little.
If you want, if I'm just saying, this is just
You're thinking of
like
like
little dogs.
Pomeranians and shit.
My mom has a poodle, but I I don't like little dogs, and that's just my preference. Because if your dog is smaller than a cat, then just have a cat.
Yep.
Dogs are meant for being a best friend and being active and sporty and hunt and fucking play ball and play catch, and do everything. Man's best friend. They shouldn't be pocket sized.
Mine
Come
sleeps
on,
on the
stop
couch
playing
and
with
farts like a
genetics.
human. Just farted like a human. Just fucking rattled the floor. And no shit, you not, people. Oh man, right out. All you hear is.
My cat farts all the time. It's really sad. He's just awful. Yo, can your cat clean a room? Mine can, real quick.
No, but mine can hit the light switch.
That's cool. But no. Answer is no. Tattoos are not transferable.
Can't transfer
through
it.
genetics.
I was just wondering because Stevie came home the other day and him and Erica were out for a couple hours and he had a tattoo on his back and she was like, "Oh, it's the same one I got. It happened genetically. It just finally came in." And I was like,
That's amazing.
"That could happen?" So I had to Google it.
I'm glad you Googled it because Google has all the answers.
Can your baby get pregnant if you have sex while you're pregnant?
Excuse me? Hang on. This thing broken?
Can
Come
you
again?
can your baby get pregnant if you have sex while pregnant?
God, I'm really worried about our society. No. No and no. No. I'm gonna go no. And make sure to wear your mask while driving, folks. Thanks. Unbelievable. Really?
Where do all the lost socks go?
Dude, that is a fantastic question. I don't know. I bet you underneath the bed of teenage boys.
Oh man, no.
Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, people.
No. They actually get sucked in the wheel behind the wheel of the dryer. If you take off off the outside panels of your dryer, you'll find them.
Damn, wind is howling. I see. No, I disagree. I've always thought that there was this secret world, and it's attached to every dryer or washer, and
I,
every now and then an article of clothing disappears into this special place that exists somewhere, and they're never to be found again.
I mean,
I truly believe that.
when I was a kid, I thought there was a sock monster.
And then you realize you just were shoving one sock at a time under your bed.
Exactly. Get
Fair
really
enough.
weird. It gets really weird to use them after they're all hard and crusty, but you don't want to use another sock because you got school the next day. And you only got one pair of socks left.
Well,
The
red and
struggle.
black it is.
Uh,
I'm wearing flip flops. Fuck it. I don't need those socks.
if Batman's parents are dead, how was he born?
Hmm. Ooh. Yeah, I got nothing for that one, Joe. What do you got? I got nothing for it. No, just no.
Are you fucking retarded?
Just no. Just why would you be asking Google?
Like seeing how
You
he
should just know.
as Batman was the only kid. Okay,
Yeah.
just go down this road for a second. Batman was the
Yeah.
only kid,
Yep.
which means for his parents to even be deemed parents, they would have had to have had what? A child. Obviously, he was
Yes.
born before they died.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he watched his parents get murdered. See that was must have been the part that they forgot, and that's why he's by himself without his parents as the Batman.
And then he grew
Unbelievable.
up to terrorize a clown and a dude that thought he was a penguin.
I bet you a person who asks that question is literally a person with zero knowledge of anything Superman or just superhero related, and
I think they just
they're trying
have
to
zero
impress
knowledge.
somebody. Yeah, listen, folks. To each their own. I'm a nerd, but I think everybody should have some sort of, so everybody's got some sort of superhero that they like for some reason.
Just so everyone out there knows, I did not read every question off this list. I'm not going
Why
to.
not?
Because I want people, if they enjoyed the list and they think, hey, that was pretty funny, I want to Google it yourself. That thought catalog, people. Thought catalog. 30 dumbest questions ever Googled. And this one, I feel like, is the most impactful question on this list. This is going to be the last question I ask off this list.
Send it.
But we really, really, we need to get down to the nitty gritty of this because the world needs to know. Is an egg a fruit or a vegetable? What is it, people? I don't know. See, because
What?
you want to say, because naturally you want to just sit there and be like, well, it's an egg, so therefore it's got to be, a fucking bird. It's got to be poultry of some sort. But you're like, well, but it's not meat, so
Right.
it's got to be a
It's
vegetable.
soft.
But
It's tender.
it doesn't have a seed, so it can't be a fruit.
Right. It doesn't come from the ground, so therefore it can't be a vegetable because all vegetables come from the ground.
But it's not a chicken.
Is it just, so do we call it dead chicken baby sauce? Is that what it is? Is that what
Ooh,
eggs are?
they're just gravy.
Dead chicken baby sauce?
They're just gravy.
Because it's like
They're baby. They're
there's
baby
nothing.
gravy. They're baby.
They're baby
Now,
gravy.
now we know what baby gravy tastes like, people. Eggs. For
It,
all the
it
men
would
out
taste like
there,
eggs.
all the straight
Undercooked
men out there, now you finally know. Your
baby gravy. It tastes like eggs.
baby gravy tastes like eggs.
Holy shit. Wow. That is I mean, texture wise, there's nothing else in the world that has the same texture as an egg.
No, and well, you
Not
can
that,
make it, and you can make it in multiple different textures.
right. But like a scrambled egg, there's nothing else in the world that tastes like a scrambled egg
Every
texture wise.
Some people fuck up their scrambled eggs and don't put a little bit of milk in there, so they're not fluffy. They're just heathens,
Well,
and
those kind of people shouldn't be trusted.
no. Like I
You
don't
got
even
that.
really. I don't know, man. Like I just got started back into really eating eggs because I don't like eggs because you know what I mean. They make you poop and all like that, but they're good for you in the morning time. Good source of protein. You don't need to eat a lot of them. Nice small little breakfast. But I like to make tortilla wraps out of them, make little burritos. Put like some green
Hell yeah.
onions in there, a little bit of bacon, some cheese, some more cheese, just a little bit of
Hell
salsa.
yeah.
Wrap that son bitch up in a warm tortilla shell first thing in the morning. Ooh, I ain't Mexican, but man, they're onto something with eating everything with a tortilla shell. I'm
Just
sorry,
handheld, man.
I'm sorry if that's stereotypical or whatever, but I'm trying to give you all props. I think that's an amazing idea.
Strap it in a burrito, man. Good to go.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
like there's certain things I don't know, man. Like I don't think I could eat every meal with a chunk of bread. There's a lot of countries where they do that.
There's a
Like
lot of
as
places where they drink wine with dinner, and with lunch, and with breakfast.
where is it, Spain, where they go home in the middle of the day for like 2-3 hours for a siesta?
Siesta. Yeah, siesta.
I wouldn't mind that, man. Only problem is people like me be like, yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Dude, you realize you gotta go back to work, right? You still gotta finish that full days of work.
Yeah.
That's why they're eating dinner at 10 o'clock at night.
But imagine it though, right? Like you be at work and they're like, listen, go home and take a nap. Okay. Say no
Well,
more.
after all these stupid ass questions we just sat here and read, which I hope you guys liked it. I hope you thought it was funny because I thought the list was fucking hilarious. Like I sat here and died the first time I read it. But
It really kind of puts an example out there of the kind of stupidity we're referencing.
and there's nothing wrong, honestly, with being ignorant to something, to having to learn something. If you wake up every day, if you wake up one day and you didn't learn something, you wasted a day. Even if you went to work and you worked hard and all like that, but you didn't learn anything, you didn't learn anything new, you wasted that day. Because there's no way in hell that you already know everything about anything.
Did you
So,
learn something today?
absolutely,
What'd you learn today?
I learned that every day is different.
No way. I feel like I learned a lesson today.
Be honest with you, want to know what I It's not something that I learned for the first time, but it's something that I relearned. Mixed fractions, because we're all that's stay at home for school stuff, right? And it's just one of those little things that throughout the years, like it's probably still up there, right? You sit there and tell yourself it's still up there. I got it, and then you see someone do it, and you're like, wait, what? Do that again? I had one of those moments today with mixed fractions. I was like, oh yeah, makes complete sense now. But prior to that, I would have been stuck on how to do it. But as soon as I seen her do it, it just clicked everything back in my brain. So I relearned it.
See, at first I had no idea what you said, so I wasn't really picking up on what you were
Oh,
putting down. Mixed
mixed
fractions.
mixed fractions.
Yeah, got you now. But honestly, the first time I'm like, no idea what he says.
Yep.
But
Because
yeah,
I
fractions. The
just I
fractions are great.
I I walked past JJ today and I just looked on the screen and it said 7-4. So I'm like, that ain't right. I'm like, how do I do that? And I sat there and I tried to do it in my head real quick. And I'm like, wait, how the fuck do I do it? So I had to stick around and fucking find out. Shit.
1.75 or 1 3/4.
Yeah, 1 3/4. They weren't
Yeah,
turning
you know
they
what I
weren't
hated
they
about
weren't turning it
fractions?
into a decimal, bro.
That's one thing I hated about fractions is when you had to convert it to a decimal. Fuck that shit.
Yep. That was literally the hardest thing for me to get in math.
That
I
was
was
literally
good
the hardest thing for me to get in math as well.
I was good with algebra and geometry and all that shit.
I was no wizard, but I understood it all, except for converting a fraction to a decimal. It's just weird.
Yep, and be honest with you, I was good. I can't do it right now because, like I said, there's obviously things that we lose throughout time because we don't keep our brains sharp enough. We say, I learned that yesterday. I'm good. I got it.
That's the thing about tools. Sometimes we forget about them because we don't use them enough.
Yeah, and that's what they've been doing. That's what they've been doing lately. That's why this episode is going to be called Operation Dumb Down because that's what they've been trying to do to you. They're going to overstimulate you with TV, radio, cell
Hmm.
phone, computer, video game. You don't need to think for yourself. I got you,
I'm gonna do it for you.
right? And I'll be
Hmm.
honest with you, they kind of got me a little bit for this episode, right? Because I started out the episode, I was going to write down the questions I wanted to ask. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, why am I going to write down the questions? It's already right here on my phone and the screen. I can just scroll up and down. So
Right.
we're all susceptible to it, people. But what all we're trying to do is make you aware of what they're trying to do. They're trying to make us all a little bit slower. They're trying to make us
They're trying
stupid.
to.
They're trying to make you blind to what's going on.
They've already done it though. We're already dumb.
Like, nah, not dumb enough, bro. Like, you ever
Not.
seen the movie? You ever seen the movie Idiocracy?
Of course, Idiocracy is a movie, folks, not a way of life.
Like, no, but that's the problem. That's what they're trying. Like, that's one of those movies because it's not a hit movie. Not a lot of people have seen it. You're my boy,
What up,
Blue.
Blue?
You're my boy. But that's one of those movies not a lot of people have seen. And I think it's one of those movies that they were telling you something. This is what we're going for. We want everyone to be fucking stupid. So that way if a man comes back to Earth throughout time, with an IQ of, what was it, like 75 or 85 or something like that. It wasn't anything huge. That he's a genius. All the way down to the point to where they made it a law that they had to water everything with Gatorade. And then
Mhm.
wondered, why is everything dying and turning into dust? Because you watered everything with fucking Gatorade. But it's got the electrolytes that the plants crave. No, they fucking crave water, you idiot. Just like you crave water. You don't crave fuck. You're not your body. Listen, your body is not sitting here during the middle of a basketball game or football game or whatever game, kids, saying, I need Powerade. No, it's telling you I want some water.
So,
Drink more water.
uh, see the thing, like about how I feel is because, like, let me rephrase. I'm stumbling a little bit on my words because I'm trying to figure out the right way to say it. So it's like
I like the
it's
tea
easier to
bag.
it's easier to have it's easier to maintain control if you're too oblivious to it. Now, people, I'm sure at this point in time, now it's 2021, we've heard lots of different stories about lots of different things, and a lot of it is fucking outrageous, and a lot of it is credible. But see, I'm having my own personal conflict with. I feel like the things that I search for uh, are there, and it's just kind of a game. So it's like it's an interesting game because it requires critical thinking, and that's one of the things that has been like really in short supply over a long period of time. And with technology being the way that it is, it's just making it worse because everybody's a slave to their devices.
So
Everybody.
what if critical thinking is a problem because they've been slowly making it so that there's less and less critical thinkers? I think this has been going on for generations, bro.
A long time. The dumbing of the world has been happening for the long time. It's not just here in America, folks. It's everywhere else. If you don't believe me, just
Honestly,
watch funny TikTok videos or YouTube videos of people
I
from
honest,
across the pond that can't answer a simple question, just like the people in America can't answer a simple question.
I think honestly, I think all this started after World War One. Because all right, when the Germans would get in a batch of Jews, what they would do is they would give in massive quantities, but not enough to kill them, would give the Jewish people fluoride, because what the fluoride would do was would make them docile. It would make them do whatever they wanted to do. So we get into the war. We beat them. That's what the history books supposedly tell us. Bless you.
Sorry, it's a little cold out
And
here.
and we start taking over all their shit. We notice, well, shit, we got all this fluoride, man. What are we gonna do with it? Well, we can put it in our toothpaste, make your teeth stronger. Yeah, but that's not gonna do it all the way. You know what? I got the perfect idea. We can put it in our water. Keep the water clean. You know what else it'll do? Over generations, it'll slowly start to make people more docile and stupid. Make them not want to know. Now, this is me no disrespect for the people over a certain age, but that's why certain older people and older generations look at us like our generations like we're crazy, because
Yeah,
they grew up their whole life into a time to where all of their water, unless they grew up off of well water, had fluoride in it.
yeah, we're just
And I,
stupid kids.
and I don't know about you, but I personally grew up off of well water. I didn't have fluoride in my water while growing up. But we had now, but now on that same fact, we had it in all of our toothpaste and all like that. But most of my life we had well water. and then I moved to the city.
I pretty much always had city water because I
So
mean, honestly though, like in upstate New York is some of the most cleanest water the world's ever seen and known, and people don't know about it.
yeah, but when that water gets pumped into the city and those big ass water towers, that's when they pump in the fluoride. So yeah,
Right.
we do got some of the best water. And then
In the
when
world.
except for
Just throwing
Poland
that out
Springs,
there.
except for Poland Springs, baby, wherever they get their
That's
water,
just
that's
a
just
that's just a brand name. They get it from spots all over Maine. It's not one spot specifically.
all right then. So whatever spring they're tapping in Maine, the best.
Get all their shit from Canada. Rolls off the mountains.
Hey, I don't care, bro. It's the best that we have to offer in bottles. Now, I guarantee you the best water in the world is probably dripping down the mountains of Himalayas.
I don't know, bro. When I lived in Florida,
Maybe
uh,
Antarctica.
they had Zephyr Hills water all the time, and that was like the Poland Spring of the South. And let me tell you what, Zephyr Hills water is really good too. It comes straight from the Zephyr Hills Reservoir right there in Florida, over in like near Tampa area.
Yo, I bet you there's some type of lake that they're hiding in, like,
They got
in
rainbow
Antarctica.
lakes in Florida.
In
Uh-oh.
Antarctica, it's got like the best water in the world.
I just hit that point where my what you call it, my fucking tablet's freezing again.
Oh, that's all
I'm
right,
just gonna
because
hold it.
I was about to ask you if you was feeling safe, because I don't know if anybody's noticed, but we're trying to keep it down to like an hour, a little bit over an episode. Not, and it's not for us, it's for you. We feel like if we sit here and
Yeah,
ramble on for 3 hours, you don't want to watch the full 3 hours.
right.
But
So we'll give you a
those of you that
good
listen,
solid.
good solid hour.
Yeah, absolutely, a good solid hour. Because even
Listen,
even if we're not on camera, Joe and I will still continue to talk as the night progresses, anyways.
just like you should give your old lady in bed one good solid hour and then you're out.
Yeah, smack on the ass. Have a good day. I love you.
Anything over that you're just trying to show out, and it's just not necessary. I mean, if you want to go
One thing,
again after that hour's been up and it's been like an hour, that's different. But
one thing, one thing I'd really like to ask is everybody just go ahead and we say it all the time, but hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the little notification in the bell or in the corner. We appreciate you guys and share with your friends. We're nothing special. We're just two regular guys with some shit on our mind, and it's just something to make you think. That's the
learn
whole purpose
something.
of everything, every single time, every single episode. If you don't believe us, watch every single episode. There's always a message, and the message is to think for yourselves. Continue to think for yourselves. Things aren't what they are for a reason. And I'm glad you're opening your eyes to it. We need to
Day
stay
you,
strong. We need to stay together. And we need to stay safe
day you
all
stop
the
learning.
time.
Day you stop learning is the day you start dying, people. Straight up. Straight
Facts.
fact. Just like the day you stop playing is the day you stop dying. That's why the first thing I do when I wake up every morning, I ain't got no job right now, unemployment. I come downstairs, I stretch, work out with the kids, have breakfast, play with the kids some more. The next thing you know, it's lunchtime. You know, but you got like even if it's just like reading the news, not watching the news, but reading the news and learning something different that happened somewhere over in India or something. You learned something. You left the day knowing something that you did not know
Here's
prior
even
to.
one even better. Learn something about the area that you live in. Learn about where you live. You never know. There's history all around us. You just got to pay attention to it.
I mean, you don't necessarily have to go back in history, though. I mean, you
But I'm
can
just
learn from.
saying, everything has a history and it's all around us.
Oh yeah, what I'm saying is a lot of people need to be pay a lot more attention to current events that are happening around you.
Current events, because they're mind-boggling, folks.
Like,
Like I don't even know what's fully going on, and I never will. But what I do know is
I
they
think,
don't like us, man.
and like this is a message straight up. I really believe that we are all about to witness a bunch of events unfold all across this earth that have been prophesized, and everyone is gonna either not believe what they're seeing in front of them, or they're gonna have that oh shit moment. What do I do? I can't tell you what to do. I can just tell you what I'm gonna do, and that's just keep strong in what I believe. Faith, faith is what rules all, man. At the end of the day, you gotta have your faith, even
You
when you
gotta have
don't
love.
believe. Honestly, love can destroy you. Your faith
But
never
love
will.
heals all.
Not always.
I mean, God loved us. He created us in his image.
Yeah, but sometimes his love is
He
also the thing that kills you. There was like we've had this conversation before. There was a reason why Cain killed Abel. He loved Abel. God loved Abel just as much as we love Cain. He's supposed to love us all equally, right or wrong. But he still had it prophesied and destined for him to be killed by his brother for whatever reason we don't really know.
Yeah, Abel heard voices, or Cain. Cain heard voices, and he couldn't figure out which is the true voice, whether it be the true voice of God or a different one. He didn't like persuasion, and then at the moment he made a choice in the name of God.
All right then. So therefore, God had a reason for him for him to kill Abel.
Right?
So his love was Abel's destruction. Maybe it's because Abel didn't have the faith that Cain had. Because see,
Maybe
the
his
reason
lack of faith is what made him so suggestive, or not suggestive, but deceptive in
and the
his eyes.
reason why I keep on saying faith like that is because like I never really realized it when I was younger. My pops used to say it to me a lot. That I didn't have faith enough in things. And I didn't, and I still don't really. But when you sit there and you read the things that God is asking for you, all he's really asking for you is to believe. To truly believe and have faith. That's it.
I do,
Because it's
and I believe.
according to the prophecies and revelations, those that get saved are those that believe and those that have faith in Jesus Christ or the Messiah, whoever it is that you believe is, because I don't want to offend anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
Like,
Just believe in what you believe in. Just basically, at the end of the day, be a good person.
as long as your convictions are in proper standings, if you listen, if you unless if you believe in going out there and murdering a bunch of people, I don't think that your beliefs are right.
Right?
You got faith in the wrong thing, my man.
Have a moral compass.
Exactly. Which is also a big part of this dumb down, man.
There's no moral compass.
No,
There's
not
no
anymore.
limits anymore. Everything
No,
is off. Everything is on the table.
as long as
You
it
know what
gets
I
me
mean?
cash money, don't nothing matter,
It's fucked up.
right? Yeah,
There's
exactly.
nothing. There's nothing sacred. That's the problem. There's no lack of something sacred. Therefore, they're losing faith. But you can't lose faith.
But so I'll go ahead and say, I love y'all. It's been fun. Check us
Yeah.
out on Facebook. You know, we be all over the place, man. Just check us out. Safety meeting.
Check us. Check us out on Facebook. Check us out. You can get us up on Rumble called Safety Meeting. Hit us up. Joe made a little thing we could do. You know those little videos that we make. We put every now and then, guys. So why not put it on TikTok? So we got a thing. You can get them on, put them on TikTok. Safety Meeting. Make it all happen, guys. We'd like to interacting with you. Shout out to a guy. He's been talking. His name's Charlie Angel. appreciate you, buddy. We'd like your feedback. Let's keep it coming. Let's hear from somebody else. Everybody else has got something to say, and at least 36 of you guys tune in every time we drop an episode. So we appreciate you and we
That's
love you.
right. Facts.
Be good. Be good to each other. We love
Peace.
you.